Okay, let's get to something higher. Going to pull some cards here. And say, universe, let's get to something higher. Give us something that's more information to know that's not politics. Of what's going on in the universe and how for people to proceed, what's best thing to do. I'm going to start with an energy reading, and then we'll go to a regular reading and see what else it has to say. We'll start with the energy. So first thing out with it is Rainbow Mirror. 9 of Water. So the Rainbow Mirror, the 9 of Water, is based on the desires. The desires, what you're holding to energetically, gets reflected in the world. That's what that roundabout way, what it means. So it's the energy that you're putting out there gets reflected in the world. Okay? So it's about continuing to hold on to the energy that you want to see coming out in the world, rather than go into fear mode, which is not what you want to encounter in the world. You have to go into peace. Now, okay, this is this is a tough one to have to tell people. Yeah, choices made in life. Okay, I guess I got to talk about it. If you are praying for peace, you know what you get? You think you automatically get peace? No. This is a school. So if you're praying for peace, that's the subject you want to study. So it's going to give you everything that's not peaceful for you to encounter so you can develop and work on peace. And that's the way that works. Okay? So this is the school reflecting. You want peace, but you're in fear mode, so guess what's going to come? Okay? You want to overcome, it's going to give you something to overcome. If you want to gain strength, what do you have to do? You have to lift the weights, okay? It doesn't happen immediately. You want muscles, you got to do the hard lifting. Same thing, the reflections that you're putting out there. And if you're praying for something, it's going to give you the opportunities to work on it. Doesn't mean it automatically shifts. If you want to get to enlightenment, guess what? You got to go through everything that's going to occlude it first and have to face it directly. You can't just run away from it and say, I want enlightenment, and not do the work. You have to go through all the fears that you've got repressed, all of that stuff, and it's going to challenge every single one of your belief systems. So let's see what else we have here on the other side with it. Resurrection. Okay, this is like the judgment, the resurrection. First you go through the death before death. Okay? And then you have the resurrection. And you find out that life is eternal. The only thing that changes is the ego form, that drama. What's crossing it? 8 of Earth, the mountain, the obstructions. Okay? All of the obstructions that you have to face, the concrete things that you go through on the path. Above it, Mother of Water. It's about compassion, gaining compassion, empathy, etc. Love. Foundation, 5 of Water, spilling, facing losses, developing compassion. Okay? It's part of it. Growth. You don't grow unless you're challenged in some way, because this is the great school of challenges. That's why you go into corporeal form, and you have these limitations that are put on you so that you can expand. So let's see what we have going into this, the energy coming into it. Still waters, 8 of Water. Okay, it's about coming to that stillness, that place of balance in emotion. Okay, still waters. It's kind of like, the 23rd Psalm. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me beside the still waters. So coming to that point of the still waters. Now, why is that so important with a shepherd with sheep? Because if sheep get in waters that are too moving, the wool will pull them down and they drown. So it's important to take them to a place of still waters where they can go drink and they don't have the chance of falling in. So it's about guidance, correct guidance going forward. 1 of Wind, dawn, new information coming in. The light of new information coming in that brings you more sense of peace within, emotionally, because you have new wisdom, new information coming out. Above it, the star. So again, the higher dynamic, higher information coming in. 3 of Earth, works. Yeah, this is it. This is what you're working on here. Working on taking higher information and using it to progress. The School of Hard Knocks here. Energy going forward. The way of the cross. 10 of Wind, the cross to bear. You have to go through the hardship as well. People want to say that, Christ did it for me, so I don't have to do anything. I just have to say, I believe in you, and that's it. No, he showed you the path. He showed you the path. The path is not easy. Okay? The hardship, the way of the cross, you have to go through that ego transformation. And I can tell you, when you get to that end point, it's like when Christ was on the cross, and his Father, why have you forsaken me? And you have to lay down the life yourself. And that's what it feels like. I can tell you the very last moment in the journey here. You've done all you know that you can do, and that last point comes. It's like being at the Grand Canyon, pitch black, and you're constrained to go forward. Okay? And you have to have that trust, that faith. And you don't know if you're going to, it's fear like you can't believe fear. And you don't know whether you're going to be possessed, whether you're going to make it through, you're going to die. But it's about, and what I said, eternally on the altar of truth I lay myself. And then you let go. And at that point, the ego implodes. Okay? But that's the way, the path to find what is God? At that point, everything implodes, and then you're in that divine is, that 0 point balance, that energetic, aliving. And it's, how do I say it? It's not empty. It's full with everything that will ever come into existence. But it has no substance, no physicality of substance. Yet it's full. But it's 0. So that's it. It's about going the way of the cross. Okay? To truth. If you want to get to that absolute truth, you go the way of the cross. Outside influence here, or this is the last point here of the energetic thing, 2 of wind, the crossing. It's about going within. It's an internal journey in the external world. Okay? So to get the information, you have to go internal in the external world. Sister of fire. So this is about the messages of action. Foundation, 8 of wind, the power shield, the mental thing. That's about the mental restrictions. The actions that you do, the way of the cross, going within to, again, go through those mental restrictions to get to realization. So Mother Wind, this is coming to the absolute truth of existence. The divine is. Okay? The truth of existence. And that's the journey here. To go within and find out what you are, and just as importantly, what you're not. You're not this ego framework. You are something much more and something much less. Okay? Everyone has within them the spark of the divine is, otherwise you would have no life, you would have no ability for consciousness, you would have no ability for awareness, etc. And so this is the journey to discover what is there. So let's go ahead and do the regular read here. The energetic thing. Again, be careful what you ask for, because what you ask for is going to set up the challenges for you. That's the way that works. So what we have coming into this, it's about strength, gaining strength. The journey here is to gain strength. 3 of earth, what you're constructing, okay? The reality of what you're constructing. Above it, sister wind. So that's a message about information, the mental state. 1 of wind, again, it's about new information, the dawning, the waking up, gaining strength in what you're building, what you're constructing. So what you have going today, we're facing the devil. We're facing that darkness. We're facing that delusion, the deception, the drama, the negative. The challenge is 7 of winds, many tongues. Okay? So what they're trying to get away with. Again, when it comes to the deception, the things they're trying to get away with, the takeaway. So we'll go through this, and you go through a dark night of the soul, you go through that challenging part. It's part of the journey. Above it, the open channel, one of water, the new cup. What cup are you going to put in there? Are you going to get emotionally drug into this darkness? Or are you going to go to love and compassion, the star, the higher awareness? In the midst of this dark drama that we're facing now, with the challenge of the takeaway, what they're trying to get away with, the darker elements, we have to open the channel, that new cup, to the higher awareness, and not get stuck in that dark drama to pull you down, to cause you to lose faith, lose hope, etc. So what we have coming out of it, we have the great work that's going on now, the 10 of Earth, concrete time that we're going through right now. Okay, the great work. Outside influence is the light being shed on it. Okay, so there is a lot of work we are to do here. That's why we came in at this time, because this is one of the most challenging times where you can make the most progress. Not the easiest. Okay. One of fire, force, so new action. It's about the actions we're going to take when it comes to the new cup, when it comes to, again, information coming out, messages. Again, new information when it comes to the higher awareness. And brother, wind, again, moving that information forward rapidly. Underneath of it all, we have the 8 of Earth, the mountain. Okay? The difficulties now and the things that we are putting in there. Okay? So that's it. This is the challenging part. The center of it, what we're dealing with now, is that darker element. The things they're trying to get away with, the things they're trying to skew. And we have to watch that new cup of higher awareness. And don't allow yourself to get drug into that darker thing. Like I said, we are at this point where the great division is happening. We have this coming in, this message, and this message of information, new information coming in. It's about strengthening the things that we want to build. We need to strengthen it. How? By compassion, by love, by going forward. It's about this time, the great work is being done, shedding more light, bringing more light. Again, a new action when it comes to the messages and that we are putting out there. The informational messages. Okay, to higher awareness and not allowing yourself to get drug into what the dark is attempting to do, because the dark cannot hide the light. No matter what the dark does, it cannot hide the light. The only way it can hide the light is to put in deception and get you to go to the dark. Okay, to repress your light. But what does it say? Let your light shine. Don't hide it under a bushel. Don't hide it under there. Let your light shine and continue to stand for compassion, love, truth, because that is what's going to get you through this time, not going into fear. That's what they continue to try to do, to put you into fear, to dim your light, to get you to go into depression, anxiety, etc. And that's the only way they can lessen the light. So on that note, I'll leave that here. Let me know if you've enjoyed this talk. It's nice to be able to speak about something other than this toxicity that's going on with the Trump administration of darkness deception, ego. And that's how Satan fell. Satan was the head of the heavenly choir, was not created evil, was not created dark. But what he went into was ego. He wanted to have the glory rather than give the glory. He wanted it all for himself. And so that's how he fell, took 1/3 of the angels with him. And they went into that darker deception of ego, me, my, I, that drama. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.